I'm Full Throttle Junkie, and this is the Blueskysea DV988. The DV988 motorcycle camera records in 1080p at 30 frames per second for the front and rear cameras. It has a 4-inch waterproof touchscreen. The cameras are able to record day, night, rain, or shine. And the camera is automatically turned on and off with your ignition. It's a great safety feature to have on your motorcycle, as I'll explain in a little while. Installing the DV988 motorcycle camera is easy and can be modified to fit your style. Locate where you want the front and rear cameras, wire controller, optional GPS tracker, and the DVR unit. Make sure you plan out the path for cables and wires before installation. Most motorcycles require removing the fuel tank for proper installation of the front camera wire. Connect the front and rear camera to your bike by method of choice: 3M tape, screws, or zip ties. I suggest using some alcohol to clean the surfaces if you plan on using the 3M tape. Finally, connect the supplied power adapter and the camera is ready to use. It's recommended to connect the power adapter to ignition or any point after fuse box, radio, or lights, so that the DV988 motorcycle camera turns on and off with the ignition. If connected directly to the battery, make sure to manually turn the camera on and off with each ride to avoid draining the batteries. So I've been using this camera now for a couple of days, and I really like it. You know, Graythor's Rage is the one who originally bought the BM1, which is the, I wouldn't say the downgraded version, but it has mostly all the same features, except for it doesn't have the screen where you can go through your menus and change your settings like that. Everything is done through the app. Now, there's only a couple of things I found wrong with this. When installing the app, it tells me to download the app, which I downloaded, and when I tried to connect it via Wi-Fi, it kept telling me I had the incorrect password. So the password in the user manual is 1234567 But come to find out, I was playing around trying to get it to connect. The password is actually 123456789, and once I put that in, it connected just fine, no problems at all. So here's some footage from the cameras themselves. This is the front camera, and you can see in the bottom right corner, that is my windscreen a little bit. So when placing them, do keep in mind of body panels and things like that that will possibly get in the way. Now, I did put this on the most vibrating bike I've had to really put it through its test, and you can see there is a little bit of camera shake, but that's because it's on a single cylinder KLR, not the smoothest bike on the road. This is a screenshot or a picture that I took with the button that I put up on the dash of Graythor behind me on his KLR. This is the rear camera of us cruising through the neighborhood. You can see at lower speeds it's fairly smooth and looks pretty good. Because of where I mounted the rear camera on the rear box, it is a little bit vibrating. It's not terrible, but that could have been done better on my part if I would have possibly put it in a better location. But at highway speeds, it's pretty, you can still see everything, but it is a little shaky. But I do gotta say that the footage is usable footage for its intended purposes, such as if something were to happen, you have that footage. I really do like using this camera. If something were to happen, I know I have that on footage just to cover me, because if something happens, it's always your word versus theirs. It's definitely worth having something like that, and it's nice not to have the GoPro on you at all times and worrying about swapping out batteries and all that stuff, because everything is on the bike, works with the bike, so every time you're riding, you're recording. So it's always good to have that little security blanket. If you guys are interested in this dash cam, if you click on the link down in the description, it'll give you a 20% off discount through my link. If you guys like this kind of content, click over here to subscribe to my channel. If you click on this one, it'll take you to my latest video.